Welcome to our Homegrown Parent Deep Dives, where we explore the fears, habits, and beliefs that shape how we show up, not just as parents, but as people. We know parenting isn't easy, and sometimes it feels like the struggles outweigh the wins. That's why we're here, to help you uncover the patterns holding you back, embrace a growth mindset, celebrate your progress, and grow into the parent and person you've always wanted to be. If this resonates with you, hit subscribe, check out the links below, and visit homegrowparent.com for more tools and support. Let's take this journey together, one deep dive at a time.
Okay, so you know how most days it feels like our homes are more like a hurricane zone than that peaceful haven we all dream of.
Oh, yeah. Tell me about it.
Well, we're diving into this guide today, and it's all about how to turn all that chaos into confidence.
Hmm.
Especially for parents,
Right. It's not about just erasing the crazy, but more about learning how to ride those waves and maybe even use all that energy to help everyone grow.
Okay, so the first big idea is finding your anchor. I get the routines are super important, but what makes them so powerful in creating calm?
Okay, so imagine this, right? You start each day with a family breakfast.
Okay.
Even if it's just for 15 minutes. This simple little ritual, it can totally set a positive tone for the whole day. You're fostering that connection and it reduces stress from the morning rush.
Yeah.
And that consistency, it just sends a powerful message to your kids and to yourself too, that even when everything's a whirlwind, some things are predictable and reliable.
That makes total sense. It's instead of getting swept away in the daily storm, you've got this solid ground to come back to.
Exactly.
Okay, I want to try that. What about when things, inevitably go off the rails?
Oh, yeah.
The guide talks about how communication is key. I feel like that's easier said than done when everyone's stressed out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This guide, it recommends using those I feel statements. Let's say, your teenager's room, it looks like a bomb went off, right?
Uh-huh.
Instead of saying the usual, clean your room, trying, I feel overwhelmed when I see a room like this. Can we maybe work together to create a system that, works for both of us?
I like that because it takes the blame out of it.
Yeah.
Instead of attacking the person, you're addressing the problem and inviting them to be part of the solution.
Exactly.
I do wonder, though, what if your partner or kids just aren't on board with this whole I feel approach?
It might feel a little awkward at first, but being consistent is key. You model it yourself, and over time, it can become a more natural way for your whole family to communicate. And even if they don't adopt the exact phrasing, you're still setting the tone for a more collaborative and respectful way of interacting.
This is all great,
Yeah.
in theory, but how do we actually make these changes happen? The guide, it emphasizes setting small, achievable goals. It's how do you eat an elephant?
Right.
One bite at a time, right?
Exactly. It's so easy to get overwhelmed and just give up before you even start. But what if you commit to just 5 minutes of decluttering after dinner every night? Or even better, you make it a family thing and turn on some music while everyone tidies up for a few minutes. Small steps create that momentum.
I'm definitely guilty of aiming for perfection and then feeling defeated when it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
This is a good reminder to break things down into, manageable pieces.
Yeah.
What's fascinating to me is how much the guide emphasizes modeling calm and confidence for our kids. Isn't that a bit unrealistic, though?
Yeah.
We're not robots.
It's not about being perfect. It's more about being authentic. So the guide, it recommends the 4-7-8 breathing technique when you're feeling stressed. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 7 seconds, exhale for 8 seconds. This can quickly calm your nervous system.
Okay.
And you're showing your kids a healthy way to manage their own big emotions, too.
It's like that saying, children learn more from what you are than what you teach.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay, so we've talked about routines and communication and setting small goals and modeling calm. There's also this idea about creating physical spaces for growth.
Right.
I'm curious, how does that tie into the whole chaos to confidence thing?
Okay, so imagine having a dedicated family game night corner
Oh, fun.
with, board games and puzzles already set up and ready to go, or a cozy reading nook where everyone can just curl up with a book. These designated spaces, they can become anchors for positive experiences and those shared memories, which reinforce those feelings of calm and connection.
So it's not just about organizing stuff. It's about creating an environment that supports the kind of family life you actually want to have.
Yeah.
Before we move on, though, we wanted to take a quick second to check in with you. Are you finding value in these conversations? If so, we'd love it if you'd consider subscribing to The Deep Dive. We love sharing these insights with you. All right, back to the good stuff. The guide also really emphasizes celebrating effort over perfection. Why is that so important, especially when it comes to parenting?
Think about how good it feels when someone acknowledges your efforts, even if the outcome isn't perfect. It's the same for kids. Did your child help set the table without being asked? Celebrate that. Did your teenager manage to get out the door on time without a meltdown? That's a win. These small victories, they build confidence and encourage them to keep trying.
It's so easy to focus on what's not going well. But this is a great reminder to look for those little sparks of progress and fan them into flames. And finally, the guide brings it all home with the importance of self-compassion. I have to admit, this is one I struggle with. As parents, we're often our own worst critics.
Absolutely. We put so much pressure on ourselves to just do everything right. The truth is, there's no such thing as perfect parenting. We're all learning as we go, and we're going to make mistakes. The key is to treat ourselves with the same kindness and understanding that we would offer to a friend who's going through a tough time.
That's a really powerful reminder. So what does this all mean for us, as we navigate the daily chaos of family life?
I think the biggest takeaway is that turning chaos into confidence is a process, not an overnight transformation. It's about making those intentional choices one small step at a time to create a more peaceful and connected family life. And it starts with being kind to ourselves along the way.
That's a beautiful thought to end on.
Yeah.
And here's a final question for you to think about. How can you turn the everyday challenges of family life into opportunities for growth
Right.
for yourself and your children? Remember, even amidst the chaos, there's always potential for connection, for learning, and for laughter. And hey, don't forget to check out the show notes for links to the Growth Mindset Parenting Journal and newsletter. They're packed with even more resources to help you on your journey towards a calmer and more confident family life. Thanks for joining us on The Deep Dive.
Thanks for listening.
To show our appreciation for you as our listener, we've linked to some free resources to support you on your journey. Check out the links below and subscribe for more deep dives where we'll go deep on the issues that matter most to you. If you have a specific topic you'd like covered, leave a comment below and we'll do our best to help out. So until next time, stay calm, appreciate the moment, and look deep inside where you'll see yourself and your child.